For now, though, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Tara Lane on another storm making its way to tomorrow here.
All right, so Tara, is this one going to be similar to the one that came through on Tuesday?
I'll say this, it doesn't look quite as intense as what came through on Tuesday. However, that doesn't mean you can go ahead and relax and let your guard down. We still need to stay weather aware because severe storms will be possible. A brief tornado will still be possible once again, and some strong damaging wind gusts a possibility as well, but not quite as much rain as what we picked up on Tuesday. So we'll break it all down. That storm system's still pretty far away at this point, but it will continue to move closer to our area, gathering up all of that moisture, a little more fuel along the way in intensity, and bring us those rounds of scattered downpours and again, the risk of some scattered storms into tomorrow afternoon and evening. But right now we have nothing outside besides just that clear blue, Carolina blue sky, 59 degrees. And yeah, temperatures getting just a little bit milder today. Relative humidity at 35%. The light west-southwest wind at the moment, about 5 to 10 miles an hour. We're close to 60 in Wadesboro, Shiraz at 59, 61 in Lancaster. We'll have some more 60s directly ahead of that storm system tomorrow as well. 60 in Morganton, and we've got the chillier mid and upper 40s in the mountains. I want to show you this as well. Officially, we are no longer in a drought. What a change from what we were talking about just this past fall. Now, the exception is up in the mountains where we still have a little sliver in the higher terrain of that moderate drought in place. But instead of the dry fall that we were talking about, it has been such a wet winter, as you know here, as you can probably guess. I mean, just so far this month of January, we're still relatively early in the month. We picked up more than 3.5 inches of rain, so well above normal. And since the start of meteorological winter, which was December 1st, for record-keeping purposes, almost 10 inches of rain. That puts us more than 5 inches above average so far. Again, more rain on the way for tomorrow. We're calling it a Pinpoint Weather Alert Friday because of that risk, not only with the damaging wind gusts, but again, the chance of those severe thunderstorms as well. So the wind advisory, even outside of any gusty thunderstorms blowing through, if you're not getting the rain, it will still just be a breezy to windy day out there. Gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour possible from the Charlotte metro and up there for you all into the higher elevations, right on into at least Saturday morning. The wind, again, fairly light today, a little more breezy up in the mountains, but check out by the end of the day tomorrow, we're going to be clocking in those gusts again around 40 plus miles per hour, especially as some of those stronger storms start to blow on through mid to late afternoon and early evening. And notice how the numbers decrease a little bit, but still generally on the breezy side, and even more gusty 40 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts still right on through early Saturday morning, as I said, up there in the high country. The fuel is there for the thunderstorms. Again, we gather up more moisture, temperatures warming back up into the 60s directly ahead of some of those stronger storms. So especially from Charlotte, I-85 corridor south and east, we had that fuel to develop some of those stronger storms. And again, that's mid to late afternoon and evening, and that's exactly where the Storm Prediction Center has placed that slight risk of severe storm. So wherever you see the yellow, especially, as I said, lining up along that I-85 corridor, Charlotte metro south and east, we have the possibility of some of those damaging wind gusts, even some small sized hail. A couple of you maybe saw some hail the other day, and a brief tornado. So let's take a closer look at that timeline. We look here on Futurecast. You will get some dry time in the morning, so if you have some errands to run, the morning is the time to do it, and even up until lunchtime, because once we head towards, say, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that's when we start to get wet here. Some of these scattered, mainly lighter showers moving in, but the closer we get to 4 or 5 o'clock, that's when the rain will likely get more intense, with those embedded thunderstorms crossing over the I-77 corridor, sliding east. We'll get a couple rounds here by 5, 6, 7 o'clock, maybe a broken line or some clusters of storms expected to move on through, pushing east of Charlotte, and then it's out of here. So everything is pretty much over and done with by midnight or so. It could end with just a little bit of that light mountain snow there in those higher elevations. We check out how much rain, anywhere from a couple tenths of an inch to maybe close to an inch. Of course, where those downpours set up, some isolated higher totals can't just be totally ruled out here, upwards of an inch plus. But generally, most of the rainfall looks to stay under an inch this time around, most of those rainfall totals. Sunshine for the weekend, breezy on Saturday, then it gets colder next week with mountain snow. It looks like in the mix by next Tuesday. We'll see if we can get any of that outside of the mountains. Right now, it looks like rain showers.